Oh, Magic 8 Ball, will today's episode be good?
Yes.
Hey! The Magic 8 Ball has spoken. Actually, it's a Mr. Predicto. I apologize. That's my bad. I don't mean to give you misinformation on YemmyCast, a video game podcast. That's right. I am your host, Yemmy the Ferret, aka Yemmy, and you might notice something new today. Maybe it's my hoodie, maybe it's my hair, maybe it's myself in general. But hey, thanks for stopping around, thanks for coming around. It's a pleasure being here once again. Amping up, always evolving the podcast. You can't stay stagnant for too long. You gotta add some new things in there. So if you are listening to this on Spotify, SoundCloud, or iTunes, there is a not live, but a version that has me in it, talking with the graphics and stuff as well, of course, because I love my graphics. Everyone loves my graphics, right? Right? Anyways, to start things off, once again, thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel, supporting the podcast. It really means a lot, whether you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, or listening on Spotify, SoundCloud, or iTunes. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad that you're watching. Of course, I'm pushing Spotify a little bit more because that's the place that I listen to a lot of things. So if I'm doing it, you should be doing it too. Am I right? Am I right? I don't think so. But anyways, thank you once again for coming around. Once again, I am Yemmy the Ferret. Let's just jump right in. Once again, I have a question for Mr. Predicto, and he might be able to tell us the answer to it. Mr. Predicto, is Anthem ever going to be fixed?
You can rely on that.
Really? Well, what Mr. Predicto says goes, I suppose. Mr. Predicto, now on Amazon for $15. They are not a sponsor of mine. I wish they were. But Mr. Predicto, this thing has been freaking hilarious to use. Well, let's get into the meat and bones of this episode. I once again played Anthem last weekend. And throughout the week, I played it a little bit. And I gotta say, it is still just a boring mess. I wasn't having a lot of fun with it. Now, I did switch, what are they called? Javelins or whatever they're called. I switched to the normal one that you get at the beginning of the game from the ogre one, the get out of my swamp one. I switched from that one to the one that's more normal to see if I was going to enjoy the game anymore. And what happened was it was just the same experience for me. Yeah, the javelins are different and they're unique, and they have different sounds and they have a different feel to them. But other than that, the game is still really monotonous and really boring. I was having trouble just staying interested in it, you know? A lot of things that I have problems with are like the dialogue options. It's very slimmed down from a normal like a Mass Effect or something like that. It's very slim. Even from like a Fallout 4 perspective, there's really not there's only two different dialogue options. One says this, one says this. They both really net the same outcome, where you get XP for, you know, the freelancers or whatever. And the one thing that really annoys me the most, which makes the game even more monotonous, is that you're going to the same areas, you're going to the same locations, you're doing the same missions, you're shooting the same enemies. There's literally like 3 different enemy types in this game. There's 3 different factions in this game. So there's like the Wildlife, there's the Scars / the Outsiders, and then there's the Dominion. And the Dominion is probably the most fun to fight out of all of them. They actually give you a little bit of a challenge, but everyone else is just like, boom, boom, then they're dead. It doesn't even matter, really, to be honest with you. Other than that, I mean, the characters in the game are still kind of robotic to me. I feel like they're just people saying their lines. There are a few characters mixed in there who have a few more lines and have a few more they're better at doing their job. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of people are just saying their lines and whatever. The hub world is really annoying to me too. It's not in third person, it's in first person, which really just annoys the heck out of me. There's no like head bob or anything like that, which is good because that would make you sick, but it's still very disorienting. It doesn't feel like you're actually there. I mean, I know it's supposed to feel like you're there, but No, I don't feel like I'm there. And also, like, staring into someone's eyes deeply, just like staring into them while they're talking and doing the same animations over and over again, gets very, very boring. It's a very rough game. I don't know if the game is going to improve any more than it is right now with updates or DLC. I would really hope that they throw things out for free instead of doing like a DLC thing that updates the game. There's a lot of games that do that right, like the Civilization games. It's a full game. You get a full package in the base Civilization game, and then they add those packs that change the game drastically. It's not like Call of Duty where they add a gun or two, they add 4 maps and a zombie map. Like, that's not a lot of content there. But a Civilization update, that thing's adding I'll use Civilization 5 as an example because that's one I've played for over like 600 hours. When you go from the base, the vanilla version of the game, to let's say Gods and Kings. The base version doesn't have faith. It doesn't have a few factions in it. It doesn't have a few different trading routes and stuff like that. And when you add Gods and Kings, okay, so now there's the faith stuff going in there. There's more wonders. There's more factions. If you add on some more expansion packs, you get trade routes. You get more factions. It actually changes how the original factions worked. It's very, very interesting. But a thing like Call of Duty where it's like, okay, I got the new SWAT gun, and I have to get it in a loot box because fuck my life. That's not enough to justify a season pass or something like that. As for Anthem, I feel like they really should be doing free updates like No Man's Sky is doing, or other companies like that are doing. Even Star Wars Battlefront 2 had free DLC across the board, and Battlefield 5 is doing it itself because the games aren't enough to keep it going, and they need to have those free updates to keep people interested. Hopefully with this one, they do free updates, they do some free DLC to incentive, to thank people for playing the game. Because obviously this game has been getting bad reviews, it's been getting horrible articles written about it. It's been getting some very depressing things happening with it. So hopefully they can keep working on the game, keep it going, and hopefully Mr. Predicto is correct in saying that yes, it's going to improve. I really hope so, because in the end, I like the combat in the game still. I like most of the functions in the game. I just wish that they weren't so sketchy with the power levels. They actually hired people who cared about voice acting. Unlike with the Mass Effect series, this game it feels so robotic. They're just standing there. They're doing these same movements over and over again, and the dialogue just sounds awful. And hopefully, they'll add some new missions, some more strongholds, something like that to keep the game interesting. Now, I haven't finished the game myself, but I do know what happens in the end. And really, I think I'm at the halfway point because, they were talking about the heart of Chaos, whatever. What was it called? I don't even know what it's called. Heart of the Anthem, whatever. Who cares? But they're talking about that already, and they're getting ready to go get the suit to get to the heart of the whatever the fuck it's called. And I feel like the game's wrapping up already, but I've only been playing the game for 4 or 5 hours, so it's very strange to me. Very strange to me. But anyways, I digress. Anthem has been it's really been a miss so far for me.
They never miss, huh?
It never gets old. All right, let's move on to some news because there is a lot of news to cover today, including things like eBay scammers, the new Google controller, and streaming service. There's some Xbox news today. Oh my God, everyone, woo, Xbox news. All right. Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, we haven't had Xbox news since the War of 1812. Anyways, let's just jump right in with the eBay scammer. So what has happened on eBay is a scammer has tricked hundreds of customers from the UK into buying non-existent Switch consoles. And this kind of is a throwback to people selling the Xbox 360 box. Remember that? Where people were selling the box of the Xbox 360, saying it was an Xbox 360, and in the description, after tons of text, they would say, this is only a box. And so the customers wouldn't get their money back for spending upwards of the $500 for just an Xbox box, pretty much. It was a horrible scam that lots of people lost their money on. Hopefully people can get their money back from this one, because this does terminate the the guidelines of eBay. So what's going on is the seller was selling multiple Switch consoles that were listed for £230, and that's £50 cheaper than the original retail price in the UK. And then the offer was actually promoted on HotUKDeals.com, so users flocked to this eBayer and started picking them up one after the other. So they were set to arrive Thursday, the 14th of March, because the UK is backwards, or actually maybe we're backwards. Anyways, the 14th of March, it was supposed to arrive, and the seller even provided fake tracking numbers. So it was a Manchester-based company that was classified as a top-rated seller. Okay. And obviously, once the tracking was complete, nothing arrived at people's doorsteps. They all left horrible reviews on this guy because obviously he was scamming them. And then eBay responded saying that it's confirmed that it's aware of the situation, they're investigating, and they're stating that the buyers will get their money back if eligible under the site's money-back guarantee scheme. They should totally get their money back. If they don't get their money back, eBay's got some... They're going to answer to me. Just kidding. I would never... But I think they should get their money back. In this case, this buyer seemed legit, and he sent out fake, scammy stuff like that. He used fake tracking numbers. This has refund written all over it, to be honest with you. There you go. All right, so Bethesda is confirmed to be going to E3 2019. It's going to be one hell of a night. So what Bethesda has said is they're coming to E3 Sunday, June 9th. It's going to be at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Bethesda is going to come back to Los Angeles for the 5th annual Bethesda E3 Showcase. It's going to be a hell of a night, of course. They're saying it again. And they're going to have an in-depth look at Doom Eternal and much, much more. Who knows what the much, much more is? Maybe they're going to detail more updates for Fallout 76. Maybe they're going to show off some more Elder Scrolls stuff, like maybe something like that. Maybe they're going to show a full name for Elder Scrolls 6. I don't think they showed a full name for that yet. There's maybe even Rage 2. Rage 2 is coming out soon. Maybe they're going to show some more gameplay for that or some more exciting details about that. We'll see. Bethesda's a company. A lot of people have looked down on them recently for Fallout 76 with good reason. I do still have faith in them because one dud of a game isn't going to destroy the whole company, you know? Even though I didn't play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, I do know that game was relatively well received. So Fallout 76, being an MMORPG open world thing, you would think it would have gotten the same feedback, but no, unfortunately the game was just destroyed by everyone. Everyone was like, fuck this, fuck that, we're gonna fucking, throw our games away. GameStops are gonna give away free copies of the game with controllers and with hard drives. It's just been a real big train wreck, almost as much of a train wreck as Anthem. But Fallout 76 is still a playable and working game. The loot system works pretty well. Me personally, I didn't have too many problems when I did play it. The Wild Appalachia free update is available now on all systems, so if you want to, you can check that out. And I was right. Yemmy was correct. There is a Goat Man in the game. Oh, I knew it. Goat Man is back. Wild Goat Man sighted in Appalachia. Awesome. Anyways, E3, I'm expecting great things from Bethesda with Doom Eternal and Rage 2 coming out. So, the motto of the podcast, we shall see. All right, Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition is coming. Has been teased for the Nintendo Switch from Gearbox Studios, who is the developer behind it. Bulletstorm is an amazing game. I love everything about this game. Everything about this game is awesome. The guns, the kicking, and the points you can get for different kills and stuff like that. The voice acting is freaking amazing. I mean, at one point the girl's like, "I'm gonna shoot all your dicks," and that's just an amazing line. The general in the game is campy, but he's hilarious. This game is really great. It's really great. If you haven't played Bulletstorm, the Full Clip Edition is amazing as well, and it's pretty cheap now. It's only $20 now. And what happened was Gearbox tweeted out time to tease another game for PAX, and it was the Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition screenshot where Duke Nukem is the main character instead of who the main character would be. And everyone's pretty sure that it is a Switch reveal. If it's not a Switch reveal, then it could be DLC? I'm not sure, because it's definitely not a new game. It doesn't look like a new game, but I'm hoping for one, because Bulletstorm is a cult classic. It's an underrated game in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it was campy and it was another FPS, blah blah blah, but it's really a unique shooter that we don't see a lot. You know, you're getting points for the types of kills you're doing, kicking someone into a cactus, kicking someone in the face and then shooting them, lassoing someone with the electric whip thing, and then kicking them, and you can get tons of combos and points going. All the guns are fun to use in this game. It's a recommendation from Yemmy. It's a recommendation from me. So hopefully it is coming to the Switch, because that'll open the door for a lot more people to play the game. And we're getting a lot more like M-rated games on the Switch. It's kind of interesting to see how it's going now. Yeah. All right, so today that this comes out, Wednesday, the 20th of March, the NinDS Showcase will have come and gone. So it's kind of been like a surprise showcase coming out today. It was just announced last week, actually March 18th, not even last week. It was announced that the NinDS Showcase is coming. It's going to be coming 9 a.m. Pacific Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and 4 p.m. GMT, which is British time. Great Britain time, UK time, whatever, fuck it. But it's gonna show roughly 30 minutes of information on indies coming to the Nintendo Switch. So that's gonna be pretty cool. We'll see what they're cooking up, what new developers are cooking up. Maybe they'll have I don't even know. I don't even know what they're gonna showcase. We shall see. Ooh, there's the motto of the podcast again. You stupid noob! Alright, so there's a new Nintendo-style Switch-exclusive game coming to the Switch, of course, and that's going to be coming in May, and it's called Friends, Dogs, and Cats. And it looks like a basic game. I'm guessing there's going to be a good amount of microtransactions in it for different beds and stuff like that. The game looks relatively good, graphically, graphic style. It showed off a few different animals, two different animals with different variants. So there's a cat who's white and brown. There's a cat that's more tannish. There's two different dogs they showed off. One's a Shiba Inu, and the other one's like a black Labrador. It just looks like a cute little game. It's going to be developed by Imagineer, and it's going to be a virtual pet simulator for Nintendo Switch coming to Nintendo Switch again. They didn't say DS or anything like that, so it seems like it's going to be a Switch exclusive. You're going to choose from a variety of puppies and kittens to pet, feed, walk, and play with in an adorable pet simulator that's fun for all ages. All ages, I'm not sure about that. You can take friends for walks, complete in flying disc tournaments, and play with their favorite toys to develop long-lasting relationships that you will discard, and when you delete the app, they will die too. Just like all those Tamagotchis that are just starving for attention from their owners from the 90s, I'm guessing that is when it's going to happen. You can dress up with 600 stylish accessories to make them look their best. Pretty cool. I mean, cool, cute. I should say cute, not cool. Not cool. Very, very cute. There's nothing really else to say about this game, so we're just going to move on. Alright, so Fortnite players who are playing solo will no longer be able to be matched with Xbox One and PS4 cross-party. Alright, so Fortnite players who are playing solo are no longer going to be matched with Xbox One or PS4 in the cross-play compatibility thing with Fortnite. So what the article originally stated was that it wasn't with anything, whether it was duos or quads, but now they're saying that they're clarifying that it's only solos. You're only going to be matched up with Nintendo Switch players instead of it being cross-platform for solos. Duos and quads are still going to be the same, but solos is going to be, you're just going to be playing with Nintendo Switch owners, which I feel like is more fair, to be honest with you. Obviously, controllers are different across the board. Some of them play a little bit differently. Some consoles play a little bit differently, especially the PC. And I feel like solos is a little bit easier to manage with a squad. I'm sorry, solos? Oh, geez. Oh, where's my wah-wah? I'm losing my mind here. Losing my fucking mind. So obviously solos would be easier to play against people who are playing on the same console, as opposed to duos where you're teaming up with people who are on your console and you're able to kind of team up a little bit better. So cool stuff happening. Not cool stuff, but interesting things. Okay. So cool. I almost said cool again. So interesting stuff happening once again in the realm of Fortnite. Obviously, I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite, but I need to report on the news. Let's ask Mr. Predicto another question. Mr. Predicto, will Fortnite die soon?
That is a likely outcome.
All right. I can get behind that. Thanks, Mr. Predicto. Okay, so moving on to the Google Stadia controller. This is a new controller that kind of looks like a PS4 DualShock controller. It even has a share or capture button on it. It looks nice. It's pretty sleek. It has like a white exterior with buttons that obviously look a little shady to me, but they do look okay in general. I wonder if there's going to be a Google Plus icon on that too soon. But obviously it has dual analog sticks. It has a D-pad. It has X, A, Y, and B, which is kind of like a Nintendo style thing or an Xbox style thing. Obviously, Google is trying to jump into the realm of consoles. They're starting, not consoles, but they're starting a streaming service. So you'll use this controller to connect to the streaming service, and you'll play on that service. You'll just stream video games. There's a video out now that's called Google/GDC 2019 trailer. It shows off a few games. One of them looks like a rock band type game, or maybe Cyberpunk. One of them looks like a football type game. One of them clearly looks like Anthem. One of them looks like a racing game, like a Forza. There's one that looks like you're going out of a plane, which people are speculating looks like Modern Warfare 4. And then there's also one that has like mushrooms everywhere. Ooh, the mushroom Mario. I'm not sure what that one would be, honestly. There's also one where you're coming out of a hangar, and there's one where you're in like a medieval setting and you hear swords clashing and all that. So interesting things coming around. I'll update you with more information once things are put into motion. So hopefully these games aren't Google exclusive. Obviously, I would like Modern Warfare 4 on all consoles, which, why wouldn't they, to be honest with you? But we'll see. Speaking of controllers, Sony has revealed the new Alpine Green DualShock 4 controller. Looks pretty sleek, looks like a gum packaging, to be honest with you, package of gum, but it does look very, very sleek. It's coming out in North America and Europe for April 15th. So that's actually right around the corner, to be honest with you. It is a very sleek looking controller. The arrows on the D-pad are golden. Obviously the colors on the buttons are still the same, and but all the buttons and stuff are white now, and also the ends and probably the back is white as well. Yes, it is white. I see in the picture here. So this is actually a nice looking one. The last set of controllers that were put out, there was like this bronze one, and there was like just some weird looking colors to me. This one actually looks very sleek, very stylish, very cool PlayStation. I probably will pick this one up when my controller dies. I'm using the what is it called? Like the blue one. I don't know what it's called, like the dark blue one. Right now, it's the newer style controller. Obviously, it's been working pretty well for me. It has had no ketchup spilt on it. My last controller, ketchup was spilt on it, so I was able to use my... this isn't a promotion for Best Buy, but I used my Best Buy warranty to get a new one. And also, speaking of controllers, here's some Xbox news. We're going to be getting the Phantom White Special Edition Xbox controller. Looks pretty sleek. It's like it's like halfway clear and halfway white. It's very sleek, very stylish. This is going to be available April 2nd, and it's going to go for $70. Not much to say about it. It just looks like a cool controller. And also, the buttons are not color coordinated, but there is a small little diamond of the different colors that they would be. So B is red, so there's a red little mark next to it. But if you're a fan of PC gaming or Xbox One, this looks like a pretty neat controller. I would definitely, I would buy this one if I was in the market for a controller myself. And that's saying a lot because it's Xbox. More Xbox news. Overwatch New Hero Baptiste is coming to the Xbox One Tuesday, March 19th. So he'll already be a full day by the time you hear this on Wednesday. But Baptiste is a medic support character, and he uses a grenade launcher that is a triple shot grenade launcher to kill enemies. He also has healing items as well. He tosses a field generator into battle, which will prevent allied health from dropping below a certain threshold, even while enemies are dealing damage. So when Baptiste also has an ultimate ability that, when charged, he can deploy like it's called an amplification matrix. I can't say that word. So in this field, it's kind of like bubble. Baptiste and his allies, they can shoot through to amplify damage, and also healing effects are actually amplified too. So that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't play Overwatch anymore. It's a game that I put down after probably about a year or so of playing. Obviously, I wasn't like enjoying it so much that I wanted to keep it. I do have it on PC, but I haven't played it in forever because it's not one of those games I look at and go, yeah, I want to play that right now. I have a lot of other games to play, and Overwatch it's an older game, of course. They continuously update it, but I'm not a person who's like, I want to play Overwatch today. It's just not something that I do. Also on Xbox, we have Project X Cloud, which will give you the choice to play games anywhere you want by using your phone and a little connector to your Xbox controller. This is pretty interesting. So what they're doing is they're trying to move into more of like a mobile type gaming situation, gaming on the go. You pretty much have your Xbox One controller, and your phone will actually connect to a little holder on it that wraps around the controller itself. And essentially, you'll be able to stream games to your phone and play them on your Xbox One controller. This is pretty neat. This is something that we really haven't seen much in the past. So I mean, that's a cool concept. I'm going to admit it right now. Xbox is partnering with Nintendo, and now they're doing cloud gaming like this. That's a really neat idea. It's a really neato idea for people who don't have much time to play their games at home, and they're on the go. This picture, this woman's wearing like this really weird ring. That's kind of distracting to me. We're going to move on to my favorite PlayStation news. So first up, Days Gone has detailed its photo mode. So there's going to be tons of options for this thing. Like, there's so many options, you'll want to slap your mama.
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
So what they have is you can shift into photo mode wherever you're at. You'll be able to turn off and on your motorcycle being visible or not. You'll be able to add Days Gone logos, several different black frame shapes and sizes, and 18 filter presets. The lens panel will let players manipulate field of view, focal distance, aperture, and film grain. So this is pretty neat. And also, the pièce de résistance is the advanced mode where users can fine-tune their personal shots by manipulating 55 different settings across bloom, color grading, and color depth grading panels. So this is insane. I'm really excited for Days Gone. I, of course, have it pre-ordered myself, and I think this is going to be the must-have game on PlayStation for this year, guaranteed. And nothing else to say about it right now. When it comes out, of course, I will be doing my first impressions of it, as always, but damn, like, I'm excited for this. I mean, there's not much to get excited about photo mode, but them going into this much detail, and as you remember from a few episodes ago, they finished the game way early, so they can do more play testing, looking for glitches, looking for things like that. I think this game is going to be the game to have when it comes out, as opposed to like World War Z, the video game, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so the rumors are true. Apex Legends Season 1 Battle Pass is arriving today, aka yesterday, for all consoles, PS4, Xbox, PC, and yes, it is going to be 950 Apex coins, which is about, you'll have to spend $10 to get 1,000 coins, and then you'll be able to buy it for 950. I still am not impressed by the coin stuff in this game, the in-game currency. I'm just not impressed by it myself personally. There seems to be things that are a little bit overpriced, even though the Apex packs are like 100 coins each, and you buy 1,000 coins with $10. It still just doesn't match up to me, especially with the characters being 750 and the pass being 950. The pass, the season pass for season 1, that's a pretty decent price. Only $10 for it. This game only has one mode in it. It has a few different characters, and Octane is the newest one. I think this is actually a good price for this, because you not only do you get Octane, you get all the stuff for season 1. You get a bunch of little Apex packs, and then you also get some different color grades and stuff like that, some skins as well out of it. So let's talk about Octane. I haven't used him yet, but he's an adrenaline junkie that trades health for speed. Not sure what that means yet. Also, he'll have an endless supply of stim health generation packs, so he's going to be a healer. I was really hoping for another another character like the first guy who can send out a pulse and see enemies around him. I was really hoping they were going to do another character like that, because they don't have another one, and I'm not a huge fan of his ultimate ability, but maybe Octane will be someone to use in the future once everyone's done trying to use him. If you're the first person in line, that person is definitely going to be choosing Octane for like weeks on end, and other people are going to be waiting for their chance. Of course, if someone doesn't like Octane, they won't choose him, but I'm just saying it's going to be a while. Remember, most characters get overused when they're new on a game, like Overwatch, when Bridget came out, when the robot woman came out, everyone chose that character, and when it came to competitive, everyone was trying to use that character, and they were trying to get people to get off of that character so they could use him. So his ultimate is actually a launch pad that lets his whole squad fly through the air with great ease. Wow, sounds a little OP to me, but I'm sure there's things to keep him within the realm of being. Well, I shouldn't even say that, because they still haven't fixed the Peacekeeper in Apex Legends. It's still overpowered as fuck. I mean, I had blue shields and I had full health, and I was killed in 2 hits with the Peacekeeper. To me, that's just ridiculous. I've died so many times to the Peacekeeper, it's not even funny. I thought it was the Mastiff before, but no, it's the Peacekeeper. I shouldn't do a thumbs up. It's a thumbs down for that one. That is a boo sound effect.
You stink!
Maybe I just stink at Apex Legends. I don't know. I believe myself. Me personally, I think that I'm pretty good at Apex Legends. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. That's up for you to decide. If I ever stream the game. Alright, so No Man's Sky is going to put out another free update called Beyond. The only thing that we know about it right now is that it's going to be a free add-on. There's going to be 3 big updates in it, and the first one is going to be an update to online. So what the developer has said is that it's going to be a radical new social and multiplayer experience which empowers players everywhere in the universe to meet and play together. So obviously it's going to be updating the scope of how people play the game, how you can do different things with other players in the game. Because I believe before it was just a single player and like invite your friends to experience. Obviously when the game released, it was only you, which made the universe very empty. So this is the next update for it, and then there's also 2 other ones coming out 2 other updates with this game, but they've only announced the multiplayer one so far. They're slowly rolling out all the things that we should have had when the game was originally announced. I'm a big fan of second chances, but this is one game that I did not give a second chance. I still have it available to download on my PlayStation. I bought it digitally because I'm a dumbass. But I may install it once I'm done playing a few games just to give it another try. But I wasn't a huge fan of it. I found it very monotonous and boring, kind of like Anthem. Let's move on. So back to Apex Legends. I should have put this one next to the Octane one. My bad. Everyone boo me. Okay, so EA actually paid Ninja, the Fortnite Ninja, $1 million to promote Apex Legends. They paid him to play Apex Legends. And I'm over here saying, hey, I haven't played Apex Legends yet. You can give me some money. I'll take half. I'll take a quarter of that, to be like, seriously. So because Ninja is known for Fortnite, obviously he was going to have a high price of playing a different game on his Twitch or YouTube channel. So they paid him $1 million to help promote Apex Legends the first week that it was out. EA really needed to get this game out in front of people. Obviously, this is a big sum of money. $1 million is not something to laugh at. So obviously they wanted to push this game, and it worked. It really did work because everyone's playing Apex Legends over Fortnite and PUBG and other things like that right now. I mean, Fortnite is still popular. It's obviously still in the mainstream, but I think Apex Legends has kind of caught it by surprise and really pulled the rug out from under it. I think that if Apex Legends keeps updating and staying with their game, I think Respawn has a real winner on its hands, to be honest with you. All right, so there's a rumor that Lady Gaga will be in Cyberpunk 2077, which is kind of odd to me because she was just in a movie, just got an Oscar for her song in the movie. So we'll see if this is true. They had Lady Gaga and Cyberpunk, the developers of Cyberpunk, had an interaction over Twitter, and also a French baguette, a French company has actually said that sources close to the studio has seen her in mocap uniform and also coming in and out of the gaming studio. So we'll see if that's true or not. Obviously, it hasn't been confirmed or denied yet. This would be kind of interesting because this would be like the first celebrity performance we've seen in the game since like Jon Snow in Infinite Warfare, and we all know how shitty that game is. Okay. Every time I make a joke about Infinite Warfare, I have to say that I like the single-player experience, and I like the zombies, okay? I shit on it for fun. It's a funny joke. So we'll see what happens with this. Once again, the motto of the podcast is we'll see. This isn't like huge things to go off of. Obviously, we need like pictures or a first-party source from the company. Obviously, we need more than just a random interaction on Twitter to justify these rumors or to see if these rumors are true, but we'll see what happens. Lady Gaga has been branching her wings into multiple different things. She went from music to now she's performing and doing stuff like that. So we'll see if she jumps into the gaming realm. Is Lady Gaga a gamer? We'll see. All right, so Left 4 Dead's Turtle Rock Studio is back with their new game called Back 4 Blood, which is going to be a new co-op shooter. Turtle Rock Studio is also responsible for the dud that was Evolve. So they are going back to zombie shooter, but it's not going to be Left 4 Dead 3. They're saying that this is not Left 4 Dead 3. This is a new IP. It's going to be similar to the Left 4 Dead experience, but it's called Back 4 Blood. Obviously, the name's a little campy, I will admit to you right now, but Left 4 Dead is still a very popular game. Left 4 Dead 2 in general has Left 4 Dead 1 maps and the campaigns and all the DLC with it now. That's all been released for free now, so it's still a very popular game. And people still love the game. It definitely changed the zombie genre from being more arcadey, I would say. This is definitely an arcade game. So we'll see if Back 4 Blood is a good return for Turtle Rock Studios 2, a zombie shooter. Obviously, Evolve was kind of lackluster. It was very iffy. I didn't have too much fun with it. There was a lot of running around and doing nothing and then getting killed in the end, whether you're on the hunting team or on the creature team. But once again, this game is in early artwork stages. There's no screenshots yet. If you're a fan of Left 4 Dead, definitely follow this game and definitely get every news that you can about it because things are going to start coming out for it, I can guarantee it. Hey, Mr. Predicto, is Back 4 Blood going to be a fantastic shooter?
The signs say no.
Ooh. Okie dokie. Alright, finally for today, Battlefield 5's Battle Royale mode called Firestorm is going to launch March 25th, so that's next week. It's going to be a free update, of course. It's adding a new giant map, the biggest map in Battlefield history. Well, duh, you fucking dumbass, because it's a Battle Royale map. If it's not big, who the fuck cares? Although I would have liked to see the normal maps with the Battle Royale style. I mean, there's already a day 3, or is it 4? A day 4 on the regular campaign mode. What is it called? Whatever it's called, and that's kind of like a Battle Royale mode on different maps. Why couldn't they do that with this? I don't know. But they've been toying with it since the release of the game, and now finally we have a trailer and we have information about it. They added in new vehicles and this new Battle Royale mode. The new vehicles, you got a tractor and you got a super rare helicopter. This is This is stupid to me. This is a World War II game, and you have helicopters in it. Are there going to be stingers too? Are you going to use a stinger to lock on to the helicopter? This is ridiculous what they're going to be doing to the game. Now, I don't know if they're going to add helicopters into the normal game as a vehicle, but obviously this is a weird step for them. I know that the Battle Royale thing has been in the works for a while with Battlefield, and we all knew it was going to come no matter what. But I didn't think that they were going to add like things like helicopters and stuff into that. I would think that they would have like an airstrip with an airplane or something like that. But a helicopter? When were helicopters invented? Let's ask Google. When were helicopters invented?
September 14th, 1939. According to ConnecticutHistory.org.
Shut up.
September 14th, 1939. The VS.
Okay, so they were invented by the time World War II was around. But they weren't in mass production, and they definitely weren't used for war, okay? That's the point I'm trying to make. Google has proved me wrong. Okay, everyone, you can all applaud because I was wrong. Yep, I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. I was so wrong that I deserve all of it, okay? I deserve all of it. But anyways, this is still weird to me, okay? Apparently, the tutorial video was leaked for the game mode. It's going to support solos, duos, and squad modes with up to 64 players in total, all of which takes place on a map being engulfed by fire. So yeah, this is the latest Battle Royale mode coming after Apex Legends. I don't know if this is going to make sales for the games increase. I don't know if this is going to make people more interested in the game. Who knows? This seems to be just an update that they had to put in because every game needs Battle Royale mode. Call of Duty, Titanfall, every game. Fallout might be getting Battle Royale. Whatever. What the fuck ever. All right. Well, hey, that's it for today on YemmyCast, a video game podcast. My hair just did not want to do what I wanted to do. I probably looked like a freaking idiot for about 10 minutes there. But anyways, thanks everyone for coming, and the new format, I hope you like the new format. I wanted to do something that's both visually stimulating and also audio stimulating so that you don't have to watch the video to get a good representation or enjoyment out of it. That's what I want to say. So thank you for coming around. I really appreciate you guys. As you see back there, Lego Jurassic World poster. Very good. That's probably the only Lego game that I really, really enjoyed playing. So obviously I have a poster back there for it. Other than that, thanks everyone for listening wherever you're listening or watching, whether it's on YouTube. I'm uploading a few clips to Twitch here and there. I'm also uploading on Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes on the same day, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So once again, thank you everyone for coming by. It's really been a pleasure talking with you and discussing these things. If you want, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing, whether it's on SoundCloud or review me on iTunes as well. Hey, Mr. Predicto developers, please give me a sponsorship. This thing is fucking amazing. Hey, Mr. Predicto, will your company ever give me a sponsorship?
The answer cannot be found at this moment.
That's a no. Anyways, thank you for coming around. Once again, I am Yemmy the Ferret, and this has been YemmyCast, a video game podcast.